Like AC said, we start conference play this week. It's a short week, so we got a lot of work to do here in a short period of time. But San Antonio obviously is a really good football team. They're the defending conference champions. Not probably, but they have the best quarterback that we've faced so far this year. It's very dynamic, very athletic. He can run, he can throw. They're throwing the ball more this year than what they did last year. They're a very experienced team. They got seven senior starters on offense, and they got 8 senior starters on defense. So it's a very senior-oriented team. A lot of experienced guys that played a lot of snaps for them. It's a really good team. They got good skill guys. They can run. Throwing the ball 41 times a game. So they're throwing it an awful lot more than what they did last year. And like I said, the quarterback is special. He's a really good player. So got our work cut out for us on that side of the ball. And then defensively, the thing that stands out the most is just how fast they are at every position. Their defensive line is big and athletic, can run. Their linebackers and DBs are really, really fast guys also. So it's a really talented team. You know, they were picked to win the conference again. You know, this year, preseason stuff, it's their first conference game as well as ours. They're 2-2 right now. Had an overtime game with Houston, Texas. Their 2 losses, and they beat Army and Texas Southern here last week. So very explosive team. We got to have a great week of practice and get ready to roll. So open it up to you guys.
Hey, Coach, Cecil Joyce here. Coach, kind of a two-sided question. Number one, at what point did y'all transition from celebrating Miami to having to think about UTSA? I'm sure it was a pretty short window. And number two, would you consider this, you know, the toughest game you've played coming up?
Well, one, you know, as a coach, you know, you start thinking about it, start studying, start watching a little bit of it, you know, probably before the players do. But when the players got here, you know, Sunday, yesterday, the Miami game was over. You know, we have to turn our focus completely to San Antonio, especially when you lose a day, playing on a Friday night. So it expedites everything. So we put that one to bed yesterday, and moving on, and have moved on to San Antonio. And then, oh yeah, toughest opponent. Yeah, I mean, by far, I mean, this is your next game is always, you know, your toughest opponent, your the most important game. So this is a really talented team, you know, and so they're really good. And I would say that, you know, it's as talented as any team we've played so far this year.
Morning, Coach. Sam Dowden here. UTSA, 3 of the seniors that you mentioned on UTSA are there 3 starting wide receivers that I think all have, you know, really high yardage and catch numbers early on this year. Do they have defined roles in the offense, or are they sort of all used in similar ways as far as what UTSA is doing?
Well, you know, one, I think they're getting more opportunities this year than they did last year. Because they are throwing the ball more than they did last year. They're still, you know, they're all catching quick screens, fast screens. They're all catching that. They're all, you know, throwing, you know, deeper balls down the field. So you can't look at one and say he's this guy and this guy is, you know, their screen guy, or this is their intermediate guy. They're all involved in the offense. They all do the same thing. They're all fantastic receivers, and they've got a fantastic quarterback getting them the ball.
what specifically changes in the practice schedule this week when you've got a Friday night kick? Do you just take a day out of your schedule and rearrange things, or are you having to move more around with your weekly schedule?
Try to keep it as normal as possible, but that's hard to do. Yesterday we were going to go about 15, 20 minutes longer than a normal Sunday practice. But we got lightninged out. So we had to come off the field about halfway through practice. We watched film, then we went back out and tried to get a little bit done, there. But, then the 4-hour rule starts creeping up on you. So we got about an hour's work in out there yesterday. And then today the class schedules are just so scattered all over the place. Monday's our normal day off. So today we won't practice. Normally we don't practice on a Monday, so we won't practice, but each individual position group is finding time to meet. We'll meet with our players here today around their class schedules. And then Tuesday will be a normal day. Wednesday will be similar to a Thursday, but not quite. It'll go a little bit longer than a Thursday, and Thursday will be similar to a Friday, but a little bit longer. Just trying to make sure we get everything covered and ready to go for Friday night.
Hey, Coach, Chris Harris here. Nothing. Happy Monday. I was wondering if you said you guys have moved on from Miami, obviously. Do you treat UTSA as if they're a top 25 team too, given what they did last year and the team that they are this year? Is that kind of how you want your guys to approach this game?
I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, we're playing another top 25 team. But, at one point last year they were. They've had a tough schedule with Houston, Army, Texas, and Texas Southern to open up. So it's a good football team. I'm always completely 100% honest with my team about everything I tell them. So they know they're playing a really good football team. I didn't dwell on last week, hey, we're playing a top 25 team. I said, we're playing a top 25 team. They're a good football team. And then we start focusing on Miami. And that's the same thing I'll do or have done yesterday is we're playing another good football team. Turn your focus to them, not what their ranking is.
And then one more thing about Friday. I know obviously you're going to be hyper focused on the game, but just kind of the celebration around Kevin Byard. You're looking forward to that, and what all does that mean for your program?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. This university, our football program is going to recognize KB and for his accomplishments, not only here, but what he's done with the Titans and what he's done in his community back home in Atlanta and, here in the Nashville area. So really excited and happy for Kevin. Glad they won yesterday. Glad he got an interception. There's so much respect for him and just I'm happy. It's going to be a cool deal for him and his family and everybody, and be an exciting time.
Anything else, Coach? All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, everyone, it's now time for our student athletes. First up will be defensive end Jordan Ferguson, and after him will be quarterback Chase Cunningham. We'll get started with Jordan.
Hey, Jordan, Cecil Joyce here. Hey, Jordan, talk about balancing the emotions of you players specifically, from such a big win last week to now you're playing arguably your most important game of the season.
It was a fun game. It was a hard game. It took 4 quarters. We all know that. We had a great week of preparation for practice. We worked out really hard last week, and that's what our coaches preached to us. It's not wrong, so we did some things that somebody guys have never done here before. Be the top 25 team here. We're gonna live with that for the rest of our lives, and it's okay to have embrace the moment, to have fun right now. But tomorrow we go to practice. We got to, flush and look forward and just go to work. So it's okay to be all high. Get pats on the back, whatever. Talk to family, and we can feel good about ourselves right now. But we got one goal. Preseason's over. Now it's time for conference, so we got to get ready to go for that.
Morning, Jordan. Sam down here. Frank Harris is obviously a quarterback that requires a lot of attention when you are doing your game week prep. What makes him so challenging for an opposing defense to go against him week to week?
Ball out quick. I think that's one of the quickest releases in the country, if not the best one. And, a very humble kid who's tough. Even when you hit him a lot, he gets right back up. He can do about anything, you know what I'm saying? He can throw the ball deep, turn some receivers. He relies on his arm and his legs. You just got to be ready for everything. You got to cage him up this week, keep him in the pocket. When we do run him around, we got to get him on the ground quick. We can't have our DBs covering a long time this week, so I know these arms will be ready to go.
One thing a lot of other reporters asked me about middle this year is how things have changed since the James Madison game. From your perspective as a player, what's changed with this team from that game to now that's caused y'all to play really well these past 3 weeks?
First conference, it was just like it was a wake-up call. We needed it, and I'm glad it happened early. It's just guys see that it takes a lot, and we just can't go out there and play ball and play good. We got to be all on one court. It's small things when we're practicing, whether we run out the field holding our fist up, or 2 whistle drills, sprint to the ball every time, and just working together, communicating, doing personnel. You know what I'm saying? Just being all on the same accord. And we see how hard we have to work during practice Tuesday and Wednesday to get wins. And we got to be perfect on Thursday and Friday for preparation for the games and stuff in our walkthroughs. And just that focus and just little things like keeping locker room clean. Because good teams have clean locker rooms. And, we all love each other. We come together more closer and closer every week. We have fun together, and we just want to keep winning. So I just think the biggest thing about that is we don't want to feel that pain again and just get beat that bad as that first game. And then we're handling adversity well, winning side and from losing. We just got to keep going, just keep staying steady, stay humble the whole time during so.
I see you're wearing the Slick Pig logo on your shirt this morning. Is that sort of some sort of NIL deal that you got with them, or just what's up with that?
Giving us our first NIL deal. I forgot. I think it was over the summer. It's for our whole defensive line group. They made us some cool shirts right here, so I'll just represent them today. We appreciate y'all. We eat pretty good there, and if you like barbecue, go to Slick Pig.
Anything else for Jordan? All right, thanks, Jordan. Next up will be Chase Cunningham.
Hey, Chase. Cecil Joyce here. Chase, obviously they've had a very tough schedule early in the season, but UTSA has given up some points. What have you seen in film that leads you to believe this team can move the ball against them?
They're obviously a really good team, and they've had some tough games early on, and they're a really good team last year, well coached, a lot of athletes out there. So I think we just got to do what we've done the past couple of weeks, focus on ourselves, and that'll take care of it.
Morning, Chase. Sam Doughton here.
Hey, Sam.
Same sort of question I asked to Jordan. A lot of people outside the program are sort of curious about what's changed from this team from the first game against James Madison to now. What have you seen internally about just the way the teams responded to that game that's made them be successful these past few weeks?
I think we use it all as motivation. Every week we just try to get better at what we do. As a whole team, offense, defense, special teams, because, it takes all 3 phases to win a game. And, I think every day we just go out there with the mindset that, just focus on us and get better, and that should take care of everything.
the offensive line's play has stepped up, the past few weeks against some really tough defensive lines. Was it just a matter of getting a lot of new guys' chemistry together on that line, or what have you seen change in that group over the past couple games?
I thought they've played great all year. I mean, a lot of guys have played up there, and like I said, just the more reps, it's a new offense and everything. So, just more reps you get with it, the more comfortable they've been, and they've played great all year.
What was it like coming back from the Miami game and seeing, members of the student body, even some other supporters of the team welcome y'all back to the Murphy Center when y'all got back, I think after midnight on Saturday night?
Yeah, super awesome. That was the first time I've been a part of anything like that. Big win for us. Super happy for everybody, our fans, the community, teammates, coaches, just super happy, and to get back that late and see those fans out there, that means a lot to us players. So, just super happy.
I just have one more quick question. Obviously, you didn't have much time to celebrate. You had to start thinking about UTSA, but how much did it sink in with you over the weekend that not only did you throw for 408 yards against a top 25 team, but one with such a highly touted defense coming in?
Yeah, I think even a couple hours after the game, it didn't even seem real to me. Just what we've done. Just like I said earlier, it took all three phases to win the game, and our defense, special teams, everybody on offense. They played great. It was a collective group win, and just super happy for the guys.
Anything else for Chase? All right. Thanks, Chase.
Thank you, guys.
All right, everyone. Thanks for being here today. And remember, we'll be back here next week as the Blue Raiders prepare to head to UAB. Thank you.